Hi, welcome back, it's Susan. Today we're going to have a go at making this card. So Steve from Craft Addiction UK has sent me this die set and it's an absolute corker. This die set is going to go with so many different cards. It's got cute bunnies, it's got butterflies, and these trees are absolutely gorgeous. So I've trimmed my card to 6x6 and edged it with a black marker. I've cut it out again, this intricate die, cut those branches off the inside just so that I can make a mask. And I've had just an idea to see how this works. So with my stamp set, which is a bark stamp set, a wood grain, I'm going to stamp the wood grain just through onto those tree branches. Just using some Distress Oxide, and I've used Vintage Photo. Just to get a different interest with the trees. Oh yeah, lovely. So I've got another piece of card measuring the same size to go on the backing for my actual stamp to go on. That's using Lavinia Stamps Shanty. It's a lovely house. Checking where my positioning's going to be before picking it up with the door. Using the VersaFine Clay Nocturne, giving that a good inking and stamping it out. Now I've decided I'm going to heat emboss it in clear. So inking it up again. I'm going to heat emboss it with the clear embossing powder. And heating my heat tool up before I start. It starts to bring that image to life. So clearing away, just checking how my image is going to look. I'm going to stamp a fairy path. I don't need it all, but I am going to stamp it. So popping it back into the Misty. And stamping that with the black again. I will put everything I've used into the description so you can check it out. So getting some ink. I'm going to use Marina Mist just for the blue sky. Just a nice blend. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now this die set, what Steve sent me, it's called Enchanted Woodland Scene die set, and it's £6 for the set, and it's free P&P for UK buyers. You can find Steve on craftaddictionuk.com or Facebook by going on Craft Addiction UK. The size of that die is, the aperture die is approximately 12 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. The outer die is 13.5 by 11 centimetres. So you can see it is quite a sizable die. I've chosen some alcohol markers to colour this one today. Just using browns and beiges, keeping them all tonal. Doing the darker shade first around the edges. All the shaded parts on the stamps are a good indication that that is the shaded areas. And then blending through with my lighter shade I've chosen. So using a darker shade still, just doing odd little marks and going round the circle, blending through with a lighter shade, just for contrast on that front of that house. I love this stamp. It blends itself to be a haunted house, a gingerbread house, Santa's house. Could be anything you want it to be. That's what I love about it. So keep going round, doing the darker shade first, blending through with the lighter. Oh, I've missed a little bit of blue there through those trees on the side. There you go, not a problem. Doing the wooden door. Now these bunnies that I've made, you get 4 bunnies in this die set, and 2 of them, I love the shape of them. And what I've done is I just smooched some oxide ink and just a watercolour pen ink, what I chose, with some water. Just smooshed it with some scrap card and let it dry naturally. I will show you later on in this tutorial. I cut the bunnies with some copier paper, just so that it would give me a rough guide of what the bunny would look like if I hovered it over this smooched part. And I chose 2 areas and then cut my bunnies out in those areas. And I love them. Absolutely love them. Do you know, I am really over the moon with this tutorial. I can't help it. I really love this. So I'm putting down now all the accents with the Posca acrylic pen in white. It just gives a frosted effect. Doing some highlights on the chimney, down the sides. I'm not being careful, I'm just going with the flow, as they say. Giving a little frost on that doorstep. Now going round the window, you've got the shaded areas again. I'm putting the white around the bricks. Now onto the path. Just doing it the same, the darker shade first. I don't need to colour it all because it's not all going to be shown, so I shall keep checking it. Blending it in with the lighter colour. I think I need one more. Yeah, that's fine. So I've decided I'm going to put this on foam tape. So I'll put one side on, and when I've done them all, I'll come back to you. Now I've learnt a new trick myself. So just cutting a length of the tape off. Just snip, not all the way to the end, but just snip all along that tape. And it's going to make it easier to bend around the aperture. So placing that all the way round. How easy was that? No buckling. So I've finished it all and it's just time to take the tape off. So placing that in its position, that scene has built up beautifully. And there is the bunnies. So there's my copier paper, and that's my smoosh piece of card, just with the oxides, and cut them out. So all it is deciding where they're going. But before that, I'm going to put a black dot for the eye of the one that's side facing. Put in some highlights just on the ears and a gentle highlight around the face. And doing a bunny tail and a couple of highlights on his ears. Now the sentiment is from Gina K. Playful Penguins. I've stamped it out in the black nocturne and fussy cut it out. Just put in a line of the Posca pen just on that winter, and I think it just adds that little bit of something to it. So that's going to go at the base. Winter wishes. So with glow, that's going straight down onto the card. Then it's just placing my bunnies on. Now I've decided to pop the one that's the side facing with a glue dot. Not a glue dot, a foam pad. And I'm going to tuck him in just behind that tree, so he's peeping out. And that one is just going to be looking through the aperture towards the house. Now he needs grounding, so just using the ink that's on my brush and my hill mask, I'm just going to do a little grounding for that bunny. And then it's just gluing it onto my base card. So my base card is 7 by 7. So it's a good sizable card. If you've been watching my tutorials and you do enjoy them, please like and subscribe. Subscribing is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything at all. And I'm trying to build my channel up for you. I'm trying to make tutorials as easy as I can. So it would be great if you would do that for me. I'll see you again very soon with some more tips.